This is Tough TV, Tough Sports, Tough Lifestyle, Tough Drama, Tough Reality, Tough Talk, Tough Specials, Tough Movies, Tough TV.
Now on KBHF 4.2.
Are you tough enough?
Hi, I'm John Malos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. The focal point today is business. That's right, it's Business Tuesday. We'll talk about a business that just started in January in downtown Fresno. It's a workout club. 436 Me TV, option 11. Back in just a moment. Welcome back to the program here on Connect with Me on Me TV Fresno. I'm John Malos, of course, your host here at Me TV, at Ventura TV. Today we're going to talk about a business that's been around just a few months in downtown Fresno that's booming. But first, a couple of programming notes, and that is tomorrow, Charles Chuck McGill is going to be in the house, hasn't been in for a while. He just got back from a big trip to Australia. We're not going to talk so much about that, but we'll talk about some of the cases that you've read about in the paper regarding the Fresno Police Department. We'll talk a little bit about the election that's coming up in just a few months, of course, the general election. And then we may even touch on the abortion ruling that took place yesterday in Texas. So a lot of ramifications and a lot to talk about with Charles Chuck McGill tomorrow. He is a defense attorney that's been around for a long time. But today's program, really the focus is on a business, and a brand new business downtown, as I said, just opened up in January. More than 40,000 people live and work in downtown Fresno. That's hard to believe. Let's roll the videotape, show you exactly what I'm talking about, my friends. And now they have three, count them, three brand new places to choose from when it comes to working out. And one of those places is called Xcelerate Fitness Underground, located in the basement of the Bitwise South Stadium building along Van Ness and Mono, not too far from the downtown baseball stadium. So what's the big deal, you ask? Well, with all these people working downtown, and now with a burst in the housing activity in the last couple of years down there, these people now have a place to work out that's fairly close and maybe within walking distance. The owner of Xcelerate is Cheri Bertelsen. Along with her business partners Kevin and Ann Heidemann, they were approached by Bitwise, the folks there that own that place. They decided to give it a try after initially saying, no, thank you, my friends. This is not your full-size gym, though. Only 2,000 square feet, kind of the same size as an average home, like 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Compare this to most gyms around the city, which are maybe anywhere from 10 to 14,000 square feet. This one is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to Bitwise tenants and to the general public. They have cardiovascular equipment, free weights, showers, but no aerobics. Not enough room, my friends, with only 2,000 feet. And if you want a personal trainer, you can also have that as well. Today we'll talk specifically, though, as well about women and their health and weight issues. Live in our studio is Cheri Bertelsen. She is the co-owner of Xcelerate, just opened in January, as I said. Downtown is booming with all the businesses, the revamping of Fulton Street, Fulton Mall, of course, the downtown baseball stadium, and all the housing that has gone down there. So you're welcome to call in at 436 Me TV, option 11. We'll talk about a gym, but we'll talk about women's health as well, because supposedly, from what I've read, the #1 killer among women is heart attacks. Not breast cancer, not ovarian cancer, not all these other types of diseases. It is heart disease. So get on the treadmill, get on those free weights, get on the machines, go out and do the workout. Even if it's walking or swimming, it's good cardiovascular exercise. Back with our program here, Connect with Me. The focal point is business. Back in a moment.
When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the KitchenAid appliances we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start. But you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Save big with KitchenAid. Right now, get up to a $1,000 prepaid MasterCard when you purchase select KitchenAid appliances. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
You can find movies on over-the-air channel 13.3. Movies. Our name says it all.
Back here on the program, connect with me on MeTV Fresno. Glad you're here on a Tuesday morning. The focal point is business, and Cheri Bertelsen is here. Good to see you this morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Thanks for coming in. You look like you're ready to work out.
Oh, yeah. Got to get that workout in.
I know. So tell me about this. This opened up in January, and I said in the monologue that initially you told the Bitwise folks, I read that in the paper, it said, no, I don't want to go down there. So what changed your mind?
You know, our business plan has always been to go into smaller communities and provide them something that they wouldn't necessarily attract otherwise. You know, for instance, we opened in Reedley, and you know, they're not going to attract a big box gym like a 24-hour fitness or something like that. And so we wanted to provide those communities with something that wasn't going to happen for them. And we started. You know, at first we said no to downtown Fresno because we've just always thought we're not going into Fresno. But the more we thought about it, downtown is kind of like one of those small communities, one of those communities that needs that, and we could provide that for them, something that they could be proud of and something that they could be excited about. So we kind of changed our thinking.
Yeah, and so what was the one thing that swayed you? The fact that so much is going on downtown with the housing boom down there, the changing of the Fulton Mall, the Fulton Street, and all that?
You know, I think the people at Bitwise have a real vision for downtown Fresno, and I think the more we talked with them, we understood that they saw the vision, and I think they helped us see it a little bit better.
Who did you talk to down there? Jake Soberall?
Yeah.
So
Jake,
was he the one that
Jake's a visionary.
persuaded you?
Yeah, no, he really did, and you know, he sees the future, and as far as, you know, he has a vision for it, and we could see that. And again, because we could think of it as a community within the community of Fresno, I think that helped us see how we fit into it better.
Well, tell me briefly, not because we're not going to talk about the whole show about this, but what is Jake's vision for downtown? What is it?
Well, I mean, they did a lot of research about, you know, tech companies and how these communities have kept technology-minded people within the community. They went and
Hang on, caller.
They visited Austin, Texas. They've, you know, looked at Silicon Valley, and there was another one he mentioned, another city area, and just kind of what needed to be there to keep those people, those, you know, so that we're not losing all those college educated people to other communities. And they've really done their research, and they've figured out how to create that community here in Fresno, and it's happening. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's really funny because there are a lot of people who have kids that are getting close to college age, and they don't want to stay in Fresno because there's nothing here. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't want to go to Fresno City College. They don't want to go to Fresno State. I know some people like that. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to change the mindset, I guess, huh?
He
Be
is.
a part of it.
He is, and I think they're doing a good job of it. I mean, I really think they're, you know, because they see it, I think they can make other people see it.
Yeah. Hey, caller, you're on the air with Cheri Bertelsen. Go ahead. She's the co-owner of Xcelerate, the fitness club downtown. Go ahead.
Sure. Let me ask you a question. I believe you got a great area to work on, you know, the gyms and all that, but because I think there's a lot of young set, a lot of entrepreneurs, and jobs are opening there, and I think that was the best move you might have made, even though you probably thought, oh, maybe not. But most of your clientele are, I'd say, half and half, but most of them are women. because the women are always so eager to keep in shape and whatnot. And like John says, number one killer is heart disease. But at the same time, how do you get those young set or entrepreneurs interested? Because a lot of the older generation don't do that exercise maybe once in a week or so. But the young people, the up-and-coming entrepreneurs and whatnot, are really the goal that you have to look, towards, and get your word out that you're there to help them health and whatnot. So, I commend you. It's going to be a challenge, but I think you can do it because the young set and a lot of new jobs are around that area. So
thank you.
Keep
Thank you.
Good work. And
okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you? So the question is, I guess, from what I understand, how do you attract these? Well, it's kind of a two-part question for me, anyway. From what I gather from the caller, how do you attract these young people to come into your gym, and are you attracting mostly women?
No, I would not say we're attracting mostly women. I would say it's probably about 50-50. I mean, and that's true in probably all of our clubs. We have 3 other clubs, and so that I would say that's true. The largest demographic usually is 17 to 24-year-old males, which kind of makes sense.
That are going to your gym?
That are going to our gyms, yes. They, not necessarily the Fresno one. I don't think that would be our highest demographic there. It's much more of a professional working group.
How are you attracting them?
I think the locale is what's attracting them. I mean, it really is a convenience for them to be right there. We have showers in the gym, so, I mean, they can come before work and they can shower up and go on to work. Or after work, if they don't want to get in that traffic to go back to North Fresno, they can come work out and then head home, which is, a lot of people are coming on their lunch hour and coming and doing the treadmills for 45 minutes on their lunch hour. So they get that in without having to do it before or after work. And sometimes the gym scene, if you're familiar with it, that morning crowd and evening crowd are your busiest times. And so if you're trying to go back to a gym in North Fresno and try to get on a treadmill, you might have a tough time. We're not having that problem yet. So.
Yeah. So you don't advertise.
We do some advertising,
but
with
not too much like with television, radio, newspaper, medium. So how is it, by word of mouth mostly?
It's word of mouth, but we're also doing a lot of promoting within downtown Fresno specifically. We're going to companies downtown and letting them know, hey, we're here, we're open.
How about mailers?
Mailers are a big part of, they seem to be very effective in the gym business.
Really?
Pizzas and gyms probably, right? Don't you get a lot of mailers for pizzas?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I get
So
quite, but I haven't gotten one from your place. I don't live downtown, so maybe that's
we've
why,
kind of focused on downtown because we figured those are the people who are going to be, the ones that are living downtown are going to probably join, and then the people who are working downtown.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get that information out to people who are those two people, living or working downtown.
Yeah, and so the people that come in there, do most of them come in during business hours and then they go back to work because you do have showers, or are most of them, like what I think in my own mind, they either go before work or after work? What's the busiest time? Well,
the busiest time is still what is a traditionally busy time in the gyms is before work and after work. But because we are in Bitwise building, they have 40 different tech companies in that building, and tech people tend to work kind of different hours than maybe the 9 to 5er. And so we'll have people there at midnight. We'll have people there at, 2 in the morning. I mean, that's just when it came to them that they wanted to go work, and then they just decided to work out while they're there. So that's why we are available 24/7 at that location, so they can access it at any time, day or night.
But you can, if I'm a member, I can go there at 3 in the morning, because even though there's nobody there, because I can access it with a key.
You have a key code, like a number, and it will open the door that's on the Mono Street entrance.
Okay.
And then you just take the stairs down to the basement, and that same code will let you in the gym.
Yeah. Not that I would want to go there at 3 in the morning.
People do. People do.
I guess they do, right? Mm-hmm. Do you monitor the place with cameras? Do you have security cameras around there?
Yes, and there's also security guard on, not necessarily just in the gym, but in the building itself.
But you have security cameras in the gym as well, and as well as entering the gym.
Correct. Well,
Okay,
and you
so-
have you know who's coming in by the codes too.
Yeah.
Which helps.
It's all monitored, no
Yeah.
question. Okay, Cheri Bertelsen is here. She is the co-owner of Xcelerate. It's that fitness place underground at Bitwise, downtown Fresno, trying to attract new business. We'll talk more about her business, and we'll talk about women's health as well. We'll show you some more video inside the building, inside the fitness center. 436 MeTV option 11. We're back with Cheri and your phone calls in a moment.
The new Frigidaire Professional line at Ventura TV Video Appliance. Enjoy generous-sized cooktops and sauté or simmer with ease, while true convection ovens offer even baking and juicy roasting perfection. Foods stay their freshest in spacious refrigerators with convenient controls and clear filtered ice and water. Easy to clean surfaces reduce fingerprints, and the quietest of dishwashers makes cleanup a snap. The new Frigidaire Professional line at Ventura TV Video Appliance.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. KitchenAid, Ventura TV Appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
Back here on the program, talking to Cheri Bertelsen. She's got that new business downtown. And before we roll the videotape, I want to ask you a couple of email questions. Are the tenants of the South Stadium also using Cheri's new gym? I think you kind of answered that.
Yes, and that is they are. The Bitwise people are using that as well because they're downtown, so it's very
So all they
convenient.
have to do is go downstairs, right?
Well, actually, they're talking about. Did they say South Stadium or did they say Mural District?
South Stadium.
Yes, South Stadium. Yes, the tenants are using
Yeah.
it. Correct.
Okay. And a question you probably can't answer because, I mean, this is a political question, but how's the parking at the new gym?
Well, the good news is we do have designated parking for gym members. You do have to get a parking permit, and what they've told us is if the spots are full, they'll help you find one within the, the parking that Bitwise has purchased around there. So we do have some parking. Also, I think there's some in the round circular parking. There's some parking there that is discounted or something too for Bitwise people.
I mean, I will get political just for a moment because I've been doing this program for 4 years plus, and the people at City Hall just don't get it. They never have gotten it. You can put all the businesses you want downtown, but if people have no place to park, they're not going to go. You know, I mean, it's just as simple as that. I want a place to park and be safe, but apparently you got parking down there. So
We do have some parking, yes.
Not
Yes.
to worry about it. And if you already work downtown, I'll bet you get a lot of clients that just walk over, don't they?
Definitely. Yeah, we do have that.
Yeah. Hey, I want to roll some videotape. Let's do
Okay.
the elliptical and the bikes. Take us inside your place because you have 3 other businesses, and you know, so this is not your traditional type gym like if you go to George Brown's. You know, George Brown has got an upstairs, a downstairs, a sideways, a this way. It's so gigantic, it's almost like the size of a football stadium. You go in this place and it's much smaller. So what was the business concept on this?
Well, we really wanted to give people a convenient location that they could get a full body workout. And that's really what it's about. We have everything you need there to get the kind of workout that you would want other than classes. Now, if you're a class person, this is probably not the place for you. But other than that, you can do everything here. We have free weights. We have weight machines. Ellipticals. We have the treadmills, all the cardio
Arm
things.
machines. Yeah,
We have-
we'll play this video out till the bitter end here. What
Okay.
are we looking at right there?
Right there, that's the free weight section. So we have the full set of dumbbells there, and we have, benches, both the incline, decline, all those kind of things. We have that there. So you can get a free weight workout. We also have, you can see some kettlebells there in the picture. So people who are into doing that type of a workout, resistance workout, that's available. And then right there, you can see the ellipticals, and we have 2 different types actually for cardio training.
Yeah. So that's good then.
Yeah.
And when people come in there, what are they looking for? What's your clientele looking for? are they looking for a quick in, quick out, and no fooling around? Because it's been a long time since I was a member of a gym, and it's, you know, usually people turn this thing into a social hour, and it's okay. You go to the gym, you socialize a little bit, but it sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know your place, it's quick in, quick out. They want to get in and get out of there.
I would say that's true of this Fresno location. It is a little more of a, you know, again, the convenience part of it, that you can do it during your work day, that you can do it either before or after quickly. We are going to keep the numbers down, so it's not going to be waiting for a treadmill, waiting for a weight bench or something like that, which it can be at bigger gyms. You know,
what do you mean keep the numbers down? What does that mean?
Just,
You'll limit your membership?
Limit the number of memberships we sell, correct.
Which is how many at this point?
Well, we don't like to give out specific numbers like that. That's just not, but we still have some room, so we will say that.
Okay.
But, you know, we don't want it to become a thing where people aren't able to get their workouts in, because we really want to be about making it available to our members.
Because see, that small a place, I mean, I think of this 2,000 square feet, and I think of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house.
Yeah.
Basically, without the backyard. That's basically how big this place is, right?
Yeah, it is, but you have to remember no walls, so that opens up everything. It doesn't feel, you know, I was a little concerned about that as well, but it doesn't feel cramped. It doesn't feel small when you're in there. You know, being in a building that has been remodeled or rejuvenated, I should say, in downtown Fresno, one of the interesting things about the basement is the height of the ceilings. They're very short.
How high are the ceilings in your place?
They're only like 8 feet tall. So it feels, when I was first, you know, bringing in equipment.
You feel cramped in there? Or?
You don't, though. I thought maybe you would, but you really don't. I mean, I think we had the people that helped us pick out the equipment did a really great job of utilizing the space. And like I said, I think there's really nothing we don't have that, you know, you would be looking for if you're trying to get a total body workout.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so what? Before we go any further here, I want to know the cost. What's it going to set me back to join your gym?
Well, through June, so we only have a few more days, we've been running a special for the first 6 months, and it's just $15 enrollment, because the building was built in 1915, and then it opened. We actually were ready to go in 2015, so it was $15 enrollment, and for a single, it's just $39 a month, and that is on a 12-month agreement. So you're agreeing to stay with us for 12 months.
So it's $39 a month, but you got to stay there for a year.
Correct, which is pretty normal. Or we're running another special that if you want to join us for a year, it's $1 a day or $365 up front.
Hey, let's roll another piece of videotape. It's called Arm Machines. You have a lot of, you know, this is what I should be doing, using the arm machines, because I need to build up some of that upper body strength. You know, I'm doing my legs. My legs are fairly strong. They're okay, but the arm machines are very important as well. And so how long should you go on these arm machines? Because I really do need to build up my upper body a little bit more, especially if you're a woman. How many minutes?
Well, it really wouldn't be set on minutes. You'd be more looking at sets. And so for a woman, I would say...
What's a set? What's one set?
One set would be, I'm going to do a set of biceps. So one set may be 3 sets of 12 reps.
Okay.
So I would probably get on that machine, and I would start with a weight that I can do 10 to 12 reps comfortably, but still on those last ones, not be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you're getting like, 10, 11, 12. Like those last ones are difficult. And so that would be one set.
Yeah.
And then you would do that 3 times with maybe a minute rest in between. Yeah. And then you would move on to the next machine.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so do you have a place, if I go there and I want to, let's say it's in the middle of the day, I've got a suit on, I want to work out, but I want to take a shower. Do you have lockers there? I can put my suit in, I can lock up all my wallet and everything?
We do. We do have lockers there, and people utilize those. Or I've even noticed some guys have hung their suits, they bring a hanger and they hang it up. I mean, because we have really limited the number of people, there's times when people are working out there all by themselves.
Right.
which is like their own private gym.
But I mean, if they want to take a shower, and you do have showers,
Yes.
they want to lock up their personal belongings, their
Sure.
wallet, their ID,
We do have-
their keys.
We do have lockers. You just bring your own lock, and then you take it with you when you leave.
Okay. Hey,
So-
got another phone call here.
All
Let's
right.
take it and see what's going on. Good morning, caller. Go ahead. What's your question?
Cheri, if a person had heart issues, let's say and the doctor says it's okay to go to a gym and it's good for cardiac, to help them. The treadmill is a good place to start at. But I like the way you said you have a trainer. They would know more or less what, how fast and how slow the individual could take that problem.
Okay.
How do you recommend someone that's had, let's say, a heart issue, but the doctor says that the gym is a good place to start with a treadmill?
Okay. Great.
Yeah, well, you said the first thing was most important. Be sure you check with your doctor. That's always the most important thing to do before you start any new exercise program. But then I would say, start by walking. Don't try to get out there and run, a mile on a treadmill the first time you're out there. It's always good to ease into exercise, because when we try to overdo it, sometimes what happens is you do overdo it and then you don't feel like going the next day. And more importantly than going and knocking yourself out one day is to consistently do it for, 3 to 5 days a week. So that's what I would say. Do something that you can comfortably do. A lot of times the rule of thumb is if you can talk comfortably as you're walking, then you're probably at a good pace for your heart. If you have, can't catch your breath, you can't talk, you're probably going a little too fast for yourself. So that's probably what I would say. Start on the treadmills and start easy.
Is the business concept for this gym downtown different than the 3 other gyms that you own? Where are the 3 other gyms that you own, by the way?
We have one in Reedley, Selma, and Dinuba.
Okay. And so is this one downtown have a different concept, a different plan, so to speak?
Yeah, it definitely does, because our other 3 gyms are fully manned. We have people there all day long, and we have...
Are they bigger?
Yes, definitely bigger. We're more like a big box gym in the other 3 locations.
Okay.
So Selma's like, I think 13,000 square feet, so we're much bigger at our other location. They're more like your typical George Brown, as Fresno people would be familiar with. And so this is definitely a different concept for us. We consider this an executive gym, is kind of would be the mentality of it. And it's kind of for professionals. I mean, anybody can join, but we have professionals and students who are in the Bitwise building as well as in the downtown area. And those are the people who are joining. And so it's really more of a, you're letting yourself in. We don't have it manned. We don't have people there while you're working out. And so it is a different, it's a very much a different business plan.
All right, got to take a break here on Connect with Me, MeTV Fresno, 436 MeTV option 11. If you want to call in, Cheri Bertelsen is here. She's the owner of a fairly new business in downtown Fresno. It's a fitness club, and you can call in and weigh in anytime during the program. Back in just a moment.
Not sure what you're watching? Want to see what's coming up next? Or just want to browse what's on without the hassle of flipping channels? Your wish has come true. Now you can view schedules for all the digital TV channels available in the Central Valley. Get local weather updates and forecasts, and listen to nationally syndicated Biz Talk Radio, all on KVHF 4.1. Rescan your TV now, then tune in to Digital Channel 4.1 to start enjoying the all-new TV guide.
Take a look at this. Let's play.
This is too hip for you. I'll slow down.
Let's play.
Watch all your favorite classic game shows on Buzzer TV, KVBC Digital Channel 13.7.
Back here on the program, if you haven't checked it out, go down to this brand new place. It's called Xcelerate Fitness Underground. It's in the Bitwise building near the downtown baseball stadium. So much going on downtown. And so from a business standpoint, I'll get into some of the women's health issues, but from a business standpoint, What made you think that this thing is going to work? I know you said Jake Soberall was very persuasive in his argument that you should come down here, but still, this is all in theory. There's nothing guaranteed about any of this. I can give you a vision too, but it doesn't mean it's going to work.
Right, right.
So what made you think in your own mind that it was going to work?
Well, I think part of the attraction to us in opening it as well was that it was going to be a 24/7 access, which we have that at our other gyms, but our other gyms are manned, and so we have people there. We wanted to see how it would work with without people there, and see if that model would work as well. You know, with everything coming down in California, with the employment, you know, minimum wage going up and all that, you know, we're looking at some changes maybe in our other locations as well, not necessarily to the extent that we are in Fresno, but it's definitely some things we have to consider. And so that was very attractive to us to see how that plan would work.
But it seems like, and I don't want to get you in the middle of a political debate, that's not why you're here, but it just seems like, okay, if I'm sitting down with you trying to convince you to come downtown, I could name a whole host of things that have failed downtown. The stadium being one, the vagrancy, the homelessness. Of course, they're homeless, they're all over now, all over the city. The Fulton Mall being torn up. Nobody knows how that's going to do. So you have businesses that are moving out of downtown. One bicycle shop, as a matter of fact, featured in the Fresno Bee, moved out because he got tired of being broken in so many times. So was it a hard sell? Was it hard to convince yourself, gee, all these negative things are going on downtown. Why should I go downtown? How do I know if Jake is on track here? Maybe he's not. You know, did all these things go through your head?
No, it all was considered, I think, but you know, any town, or I should say city's a better word. You know, a cool downtown is really important, I think.
Right.
And I think if you don't have people willing to take that chance to try to make it that way, Fresno's never going to be that way.
So basically you took a chance, just like other people. That's what you're doing. It's taking a chance on downtown.
There was no guarantees. One nice thing that we had built in is we knew how many tenants were going to be in the Bitwise building. And
how
so
many?
So
far.
There's 40 different companies. Some of those are one-man shows, some of them, you know, tech companies. Yeah. But others have up to like 10, 15, 30 employees in the building. And and his tenancy was full. So that was a good, you know, good enticement that at least we have kind of a captive audience with us if they want to work out.
I see.
So that part was nice. And, you know, I think there's enough people working downtown that we felt like those people need a place to work out too. So, you know, we took a chance, but we think it was a good one.
And so how is, after 6 months, did you sit down and financially evaluate where you're at?
Oh yeah, we're doing that constantly. You know, it's like any business. We're not necessarily making money yet, but we're covering costs.
Downtown.
Which is a good thing, you know, because we could be going backwards. And so, you know, I mean,
this is strictly for downtown now, not the other.
No, strictly for downtown. Correct. Just looking at downtown, because you know that's pretty normal in a business for the first 3 years not to be making a whole lot of money. I mean that's not to be unexpected.
Yeah.
So you know we're feeling okay about where we are.
Yeah. Okay. Talking to Cheri Bertelsen, the co-owner of Xcelerate Fitness Underground. We'll talk more and we'll get into some of the women's health issues as well. Back with your phone calls, 436-MeTV, option 11, in just a moment.
When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Tune in to Heartland for the best in true country music. Relive vintage specials, one-of-a-kind concerts, and country music's earliest videos. Heartland is the heart of country, the only place where you can find country music, country stars, and country lifestyles 24/7. Heartland, the heart of country.
Now on channel 13.2.
Back here on the program on Connect with Me, time to put up that disclaimer and just let you know that, we try to at least, we give it our best shot on Tuesdays to try to promote small businesses here in the city of Fresno because Ventura TV has been around here since 1951. So we try to help promote small business in our area. And Cheri Bertelsen definitely has a small business with Xcelerate Fitness Underground over at the Bitwise building, just opened up in January. So it's a small business that is, well, breaking even right now. At least they're making cost, and we wish them well. I just want to mention that Cheri didn't pay us. We're not paying her. She came here of her own free will. I invited her as a guest. So time to move on. And I want to read one of the text questions that someone sent me watching the program. Says about, concerned about, this place is unmanned, so if you go there at 2 or 3 in the morning, what about security measures, a security door? So we did get into that earlier in the broadcast, but go over it just one more time, just to make sure that people understand there is security there. There's a security guard in place if you go at 3 in the morning.
There is a security guard in the building, and I think he walks through the building and the parking lot, as I understand. And so it's not that he's going to be watching you work out, but yes, there is someone there 24/7. And so
you get in with a code. You said you punch a code in.
You have a number code, and you punch that in, and you get in the door. I mean, it's like anything else. You need to be a little bit aware of your surroundings. You don't want to.
Well, that's with anything.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You don't want to leave that door open behind you, which it closes automatically. But I always make sure it closed completely. Yeah. I mean, that's just being cautious. So
caller, go ahead. You're on the air with Cheri.
Yes, my comment is about the convenience of the sheriff being 24 hours and the Fresno Police Department being 24. If that is going to be one of their major clientele.
We would love for them to be one of our major clientele. We've reached out both to the Fresno PD as well as the Sheriff's Department with a special for them. We would love for them to be a part of it.
You mean they won't be paying the $39 a month?
We always give police officers and
little break.
We do public safety people. We do. We really appreciate them, and we do give them a little break as well as military. So
even if you give them a discount, I think it'd be a plus because they have some security inside the building and outside in the parking lot area.
Definitely. No, we love having police officers as our members.
Okay, thank you, caller. Appreciate that very much. I want to roll a videotape called Exercise Machine. It only runs about a minute long, but go ahead and look at the screen there and describe what you're looking at and what we're all seeing here, Cheri. It's inside the building. The exercise machines are all over the place here. And how many different types of machines do you have in there besides, a treadmill? Okay, what other equipment do you have?
Well,
just give us the lowdown on everything. There's a big free weight right there.
Yeah, that is like a Smith machine. You can do squats on that, and you can also do bench press on that. This is that last one was a bicep. This is a leg press. This is what we call selectorized, where you actually move a pin to change the weights. This is not free weights, but this is a leg press machine. I don't know the number exactly of how many machines we have in there, but
how many different types of machines, in other words?
Well, basically it's weight machines, free weights, and cardio equipment are the 3 types, I would say. They would fall into those 3 categories. So this one's like another leg machine right here that we're showing right now. Mm-hmm. And you can see a bench in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
interesting. Okay. Before I show some more videotape, I do want to put a full screen up right now. It's called Women Losing Weight. Women are always worried about losing weight. Why is that? Even if they don't need to lose weight, they're worried about, I think I need to lose weight. And so give me the mindset on that before we talk about these up on the screen here.
Well, I think that's a societal thing. I think women, women's looks are, women are told that we need to look a certain way, and I think a lot of women, kind of buy into that. And so, women have more of a tendency to think they're not enough compared to men who think they are enough, I think, overall. So
I've never heard it put that way before, but I guess you're right.
I think it's true. I think, I don't know what that is, why we're made up that way, but that is kind of in our DNA, I think. So I think women want to look good. I mean, most people coming to the gym, they'll give you their reasons, like, I want to be healthier, or I want to be this. The reality is most people who join a gym want to look better.
So what does a woman think when a man says, no, you don't need to lose weight. You look great. You look fine. Everything's fine. What goes through a woman's mind?
Fine's a 4-letter word. So, no, not really. But, I think
she tends not to believe him, probably.
Yeah, and I think just what we see in magazines and stuff kind of makes us believe, even if that's what we're hearing, it might not be true.
But what we see in magazines is not reality in most cases.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, hey, let's talk about what we're looking at on the screen here. Let's go to number 1, and that's the change in lifestyle that you see on the screen there.
Right.
Elaborate on that. Change in lifestyle meaning like what?
Well, if you really want to lose weight, you really want to change the way you look, you need to look at it as you're going to change your life or your lifestyle. It can't be, I'm going to go on a diet. My theory is if you say, I'm going to go on a diet, that means at one point you're going to come off of that diet. And so you really need to go in this thinking, I'm going to change my lifestyle. I'm going to change the way I do life. And so the people who are going to be most successful are going to look at it as a long-term thing versus I'm going to do this for a week or I'm going to do this for 6 months.
Yeah.
They need to change their life.
Get moving, be active. That doesn't mean sit on the couch or sit in the recliner and watch television and then just move your legs up and down, right? That means get up out of that chair.
Yeah.
And do something. Do what?
Yeah. I think,
what do you want these women to do?
Well, sedentary lifestyle is such a big issue right now, just in everybody, women, men, children. It's really becoming a problem in our whole country. And so one of the most important things to lose weight is to be more active. And sometimes it's just simply standing up while you're talking on the phone or
standing up at your computer desk or whatever.
Exactly. And rather, like, one thing I've done in my office, it kind of just happened, but I thought this is a good thing is, I'm just like anyone else. I end up being on my computer a lot of the part of the day. And I used to have a printer right next to me and it kind of died. And now I have to go out and walk to the front desk where the printer is to print things. And it's kind of nice because it makes me get up, makes me move around, go get that, come back and do whatever I'm doing. So I think finding ways to make activity part of your life, maybe you, rather than drive your kids to school, walk them to school,
If you live close enough.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's all within reason. Park further away in a parking lot. You see these people drive around and around and around a parking lot looking for those first 3 slots. Why don't you park out there and walk in? And when it's 111, maybe you don't want to do that. But,
if you go to Fashion Fair, park out in the boonies and walk in, right?
Exactly. Just look at ways. If you can, a pedometer is a great tool to try.
Where do you get one of those?
Oh, you can get them anywhere. I mean, you can get them at, they're pretty plentiful, but and they can be really cheap or they can be expensive. Easiest place to go is like a sports store. You don't have to have the fancy.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if you have an iPhone, doesn't that have a pedometer?
Yes, I think it does. I think you're correct. Yes, yes.
Of course,
and so,
you have to know how to use it.
and you want to shoot for 10,000 steps a day. That's actually about 5 miles. So just putting in those steps every day and just make it a goal. And like I tell people, if they're going to start doing that, don't do that the first day, try to get 10,000, but wear it one day just on an average day. Let's say you get 2,000 steps. Well, tomorrow, try to get 3,000. And then once you hit 3,000, try to get 4,000 until you've built yourself up to getting 10,000 steps a day.
All right. Make small changes. Like it's like taking baby steps.
It is.
What are we
and,
talking about?
So often we go on, women especially, we go on these drastic, okay, I'm only going to eat 500 calories a day, or I'm not going to eat anything after 3 p.m. or, these very drastic, moves. Rather make small changes in your life, like parking further away, like leaving. One of the ones I really like, I read this somewhere, I thought, what a great idea is, on your plate, leave 2 bites of everything, rather than finishing your plate. Because the average bite of food, if you average things out, is 50 calories. So if you left, let's say you have 3 items on your plate, if you leave 2 bites of everything, you've just saved 300 calories right there.
Okay.
Just a little thing like that, you know, small things like that.
All right. And so enlist a friend.
Well,
Meaning?
I think accountability is always huge. I mean, it's the reason stuff like Weight Watchers is successful and stuff, because you know you have to go in every week and weigh, and you know.
What do you mean by enlisting a friend to do what?
Well, either become your accountability partner in it. You know, if you're going alone trying to lose weight, it's harder than if you have someone who's going to be encouraging you. Now, you want to pick the right person. You don't want a sabotager who's going to say, "Oh, just eat that cupcake, it won't matter," or whatever. But find a friend who has some of those same goals, or a spouse or a partner who has some of those same goals, and do it together. It makes it so much easier, like if you're cooking at home and stuff, if you're cooking together, you know, for not having to make yourself your own meal versus what you're making the family or something. So enlist a friend to be a part of it.
Yeah. All right. And the last one there, identify your triggers. And that means, okay, if you're susceptible to eating chocolate ice cream at night before you go to bed, you're avoiding that. But you're talking about what's going to set you off to go on a binge?
Yeah, not even a binge, but just start paying attention to when you eat and how you eat. For instance, some people tend to be, you know, emotional eaters. So when when they're sad, they're more likely to go to the ice cream or the dessert or that.
I've heard this. Is this just a old wives' tale, or
no,
is this true?
It is so true. It is so true. And
do men do that too?
Oh yeah, I think men do too, but I think women are probably more susceptible to it than men. Maybe because we are more emotional than men.
Okay.
So if it's emotional eating.
All right.
But for instance, some people eat when they're nervous, some people don't. You know, and the people that are overweight tend to be the ones who eat when they're nervous, or eat when they're sad, or eat when, you know. So just identify those, and instead go for a walk. You know, if you're feeling sad at the end of the day and you've had your dinner already and you've you know done things well and you just are craving that, you know, ice cream, go for a walk around the block a couple times and see if when you get back you're in a better frame of mind. If you still want that ice cream, then maybe just do half a scoop rather than a full scoop or something, you know. Like just start paying attention to your body, I guess, is what I would suggest.
Time to take a break. Cheri Bertelsen is here, the co-owner of Xcelerate Fitness Underground. 436 MeTV option 11. We'll be back with more of our program in just a moment.
Not sure what you're watching? Want to see what's coming up next? Or just want to browse what's on without the hassle of flipping channels? Your wish has come true. Now you can view schedules for all the digital TV channels available in the Central Valley. Get local weather updates and forecasts, and listen to nationally syndicated Biz Talk Radio, all on KVHF 4.1. Rescan your TV now, then tune in to Digital Channel 4.1 to start enjoying the all-new TV guide.
When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Samsung big screen we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start. But you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an HD 3D web-enabled Samsung TV. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
Back here on the program with Cheri Bertelsen, and she is the co-owner of Xcelerate Fitness Underground at Bitwise. Let's roll the videotape, and it's called Free Weights, and a lot of us need to get into that free weight mode, that mindset, and there it is right there. So
there we go.
Man or woman, doesn't matter. What weight am I going to start at if I'm just starting out with a free weight like this, a barbell?
These are dumbbells, and
dumbbells, barbells, whatever you want to call them.
These are dumbbells. You're going to start at a weight that
a dumbbell? Is that what you're calling me?
No, not at all. You want to start at a weight that, again, you can do 10 to 12 reps easily, depending on what
weight. What weight do I start at?
Well, like for a woman, I would say start as low as, you know, they might even do like a
10 pounds, 12 pounds, 15,
for a
20?
bicep curl, they might start as low as 5 pounds or 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, men might be closer to 15 or 20. Just depends.
Okay.
And you know, it all depends on the person.
And then move up in class, right?
Exactly. As soon as you can do 10 to 12 reps easily, then especially if you're doing 3 reps of those, or 3 sets, I'm sorry, then you definitely want to move up the next time you work out. And that's why it's good to keep a little notebook to put your weights. I do that, like what weight I'm at. And so the next time I know, okay, I did that easily, I need to bump up to the next weight.
Right. Right, and so that's basically the way to do it. That's the gauge. For women especially, it's 5 pounds or maybe a little more, and then if you can do
10 to 12
easily
3 sets, then you need to bump up to the next weight the next time you work out. So yeah, and that way you're always challenging your body. Your muscles get used to doing something, and it's going to become easier for them to do it. So you need to definitely challenge your body by moving up in weights or moving up in reps, depending on how you're going to do it.
You know, personal trainer, how valuable are they? Because isn't it really up to the individual to motivate themselves? Because a personal trainer can come in and say, you need to be doing this, but it's really up to you. Am I right?
Well, what I like about a personal trainer is a personal trainer will instruct you on how to lift weights properly, which is so important. Form is so important. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there that I see in the gym, or even I see anywhere on YouTube and stuff, and watching how they do it, you know, there's always that fear they're going to hurt themselves.
You're supposed to lift with your legs, right?
Well,
basically.
Correct. I mean, if you're doing legless, but like, let's say, you know, like doing a bicep curl.
Okay,
let's put I have a free weight here.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't move your chair too much.
Don't move my chair. Okay.
Get the other one down. Get the other one out of there. Get the other one out of there. Yeah. It's okay.
So what we'll see at the gym is, I got kind of hooked in here.
Okay,
is,
you know,
we
put
see
those on that side of the mic and just do your reps.
So
there
we see
go.
people doing like a lot of momentum, and they're using momentum, and they're rocking their body, you know, doing this for a bicep curl.
Wrong?
Wrong.
Why?
Okay?
Why?
Because you're using momentum, and so you're really using your back. When we're doing a bicep curl, we're supposed to be working our biceps.
Okay.
So you want to try to, you know, keep that being the part of the body that's working.
So don't rock.
So when you're rocking, you're using all kinds of parts of your body. So we want to stay nice and firm, keep the shoulders pinned back, chest out, and we want to come straight up and straight down.
Okay.
And straight up. And straight down. And these are things that a trainer is going to help you with to get your form right. So
back straight, straight up,
chest out, shoulders back, and we're just going to go all the way up.
Let's see you do 15 of those. Can you do 15?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
3 times?
I could. I do more weight than this normally for a bicep curl.
Yeah. And what weight is that you're doing?
This is a 6 pound. So I brought something little.
Yeah, small.
Yeah.
That you can handle.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's what we're going to do. So
basically the trainer can show you the proper way,
proper form
to do the weights, to weight lift without injuring yourself.
Correct. And that's one of my fears. You know, CrossFit is so big right now, and I think CrossFit is great for some people, but I don't think it's for everyone. Just like, you know, lifting a 50-pound weight in the gym is not for everyone, but it is for some people. And when I see some of the form that's encouraged in CrossFit, makes me a little nervous.
I want to put this up before I run out of time.
Okay.
Women's workout, the full screen graphic, women's workout, you said add weight training. That's very important because
women are fearful of weight training. They think they're going to bulk up, but we have so much.
But women are built differently than men.
They are. We have 10% less testosterone than men.
Okay.
Or men have 10 times. I'm sorry, 10 times the testosterone we do. So it would take us 10 months to build up to what a man can in a month.
Wow.
So it's just not something to fear. And actually, the more muscle you have in your body, the more calories you burn doing anything.
Let's go through these quickly. Find a favorite activity such as...
Find something you enjoy doing. If you don't like to run, don't think you're going to get your exercise on a treadmill running. If you love to dance, go to a Zumba class. If you love to ride a bike, go to a spin class. You know, find something you enjoy because you're going to stick with it longer. And that's the most important thing.
For example, I like my treadmill, stick with it. I'm on it like 45 minutes a day.
But you need to somehow challenge your body with that. So either go 50 minutes or incline. So change it up. Don't do the same thing every day.
All right. Workout partner, we kind of talked about that earlier.
That has to do with accountability and...
Yeah, accountability and just make sure somebody keeps you in check. Okay, listen to your body. What does that mean?
That means don't go out the first day and try to run a marathon. You know, start out slow. Make sure you feel okay, just like we were talking about before. Can you talk as you're on the treadmill? that kind of stuff. And don't try to, outdo the person next to you. Listen to your body so that you'll be in good enough shape to go back tomorrow and get another workout.
Right. And we already talked about hiring a trainer and why you should do that.
Correct.
And why that's important, because you showed us the curls here. Okay, come back out and we'll run another piece of videotape called There is a Woman on the Treadmill. I wonder who that woman is. She's on the treadmill inside the gym. It's a short piece of videotape, but I want you to take a look at it and see what kind of form she has. Who is that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, it was a quiet day, so we needed someone on the treadmill when he came to film. So,
right.
Yeah, and I was just walking on the treadmill there, and this is actually...
But you should walk fast. See, you got good form, and you're not hanging on to the rails. Why is that important, to move your arms?
That is so important. You get such a better workout when you're not hanging on to the arms. Now, they're there for safety, so that's why they're there, but they're not there to hang on to and do as you work out.
Interesting. And one more piece of videotape before we run out of time. Let's check out the lobby here at Xcelerate, of course, Fitness Underground at the Bitwise building. Only goes about a minute here. I do want to show this and talk about a little bit. There's a location right there. Here's an email question. It says, Cheri's new gym, will it be impacted by the Fulton Mall? They're tearing up the Fulton Mall, making it an open street so you can drive through. Is that going to help your business? Do you know at this point? It's one of the things Jake had to talk to you about, I'm sure.
No, because I don't think that was really all in the works yet when we first started talking.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's going to impact us as far as any street closures or anything like that at this point.
Nice looking lobby, by the way.
It is. This is the front desk area for the whole building. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah. They've done some really cool things. If you haven't seen the building, you need to go down and just take a look at it.
Yeah, I will. So no word yet on what Fulton Mall is how it's going to impact your business.
No, I don't know how it will impact me.
Yeah. Now you have two other gyms downtown that are close by that are competing with you, and they're doing fairly well, right?
I think so.
So competition is okay. It's good.
I think so. I mean, but the ones I'm aware of, the size, I think we all can be successful.
Yeah.
And so I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as, we need people who are healthy.
Since you're a woman, you own the business, does Fresno need more female business owners? And should they try to open up their own business?
I think any city needs people who are caring and people who business owners who care about the community and care about the area. And I would say that's what's true of me. I grew up in the Central Valley. I want to see it be successful. My family's here. And so, I don't know that it needs to be a man or a woman, but it needs to be someone who cares about it.
But you can be an inspiration to other women.
Sure, and that's great. But I think local businesses are important, and I try to, as much as possible, support local businesses because, those are the small businesses that are going to be struggling here in the next few years.
Yeah, only got about a minute left, I believe. Quickly tell us, what's the #1 issue and concern for you in terms of women? What should women be doing now who are watching you right now in terms of their health? What should they do? #1 on the list.
I would say #1 on the list is, they need to be exercising somehow. And even, I feel like if you have 3 days to get into the gym, try to make it at least 3 to 5 days or do some type of activity. It doesn't even have to be in the gym, but you do need to make a commitment to that, to start moving. I think that's the biggest problem in the United States right now is sedentary lifestyles.
Yeah, and not enough people are moving, whether it's a man or a woman.
Woman, child obesity is huge.
Yeah, I know it is.
We used to ride our bikes after school. We used to run around till dinner time. Now what do kids do? They go home and get in front of a TV. So that's sad.
My parents didn't even know where I was.
Mine didn't
for
either.
Most of the day and early evening. They had no idea.
Yeah.
So, well, listen, you're an inspiration, and come back again. Good luck with the business down there at downtown. I'll come by and visit. Why not?
Great.
You're close by.
Very
You're
close.
Just hop, skip, and a jump from Ventura TV. Appreciate your time, Cheri.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. That's Cheri Bertelsen. She is the co-owner of Xcelerate Fitness Underground at the Bitwise building. By the way, quickly, phone number before we get cut off. What's the phone number down there?
930-1515, or you can go to xfresno.com.
Okay. See you soon. Thanks, Cheri. Hey, tomorrow, Charles Chuck McGill is going to be our guest here talking about the Fresno Police Department and other issues and matters that are important to you and to me. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.
I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the If you have a need to promote your business or event, please consider MeTV Fresno for your next campaign. MeTV reaches over 100,000 of your potential customers in the Fresno area every single week. Plus, you can rest assured that your commercial is running in the greatest family-friendly programs of all time. MeTV Fresno delivers a strong, loyal audience ready to buy, and your campaign will cost a fraction of what you're paying for your advertising now. Call me today to find out how affordable MeTV is at 905-1925.
Giddy up with westerns, we've got the best ones. Superhero, sci-fi, spin, grab the popcorn and stay in. Dramas, mystery.